Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to The Voice of the
views and
People.
opinions expressed are those of
Let's
the
get
panelists.
ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, 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 every day I'm hustling.
We have new video from a crash that sent welterweight boxing champion Errol Spence Jr. to the intensive care unit. The crash ejected the boxer, but miraculously, he is expected to be okay.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
It's been a miracle, and I'm a blessing from God that, I haven't had anything serious that would have had me out for a year or two, or just would have been, ending my career. That none of them guys wish that I wasn't back so fast, but I am back, and I want to fight the top names in the division.
I have to ask you about your eye. We were all worried about you when you had to pull out of the Manny Pacquiao fight.
I want to fight, so,
But you could have gone blind.
yeah, one eye. I got another eye, so.
WBC and IBF welterweight champion of the world.
That's why I sound bad, and I told people I didn't want to tune up fight. I've been getting a second chance at life, and I've been getting a third chance at boxing. Nobody's avoiding Terrence Crawford. It's big fish on this side too that, I gotta fry. Like I said, I'm gonna get these belts over here, then I'm gonna come take Terrence Crawford belt because I said I'm gonna be on this welterweight champion of the world.
Please try your call again later or report a problem through the blog.
You think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it.
Because when he has been in the bright lights and enjoying his time, having fun and lapping it up, no problem, you're the big celebrity. You're in the bright lights, I've been in the dark, in the trenches, in the gym.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
People ask me, when does camp start? Camp started as soon as I bet Teofimo Lopez. As soon as I batted him and took all his belts, camp started the next day.
What a right hand from George Kambosos, and the takeover was down.
He's a good villain, though. He's a good villain.
Do you feel in charge?
Could have fought anybody. Lomachenko, Devin Haney. Unfortunately, Lomachenko's not available. Beautiful. Devin Haney, step up. Now we'll take your belt.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your holiday. I hope you ended the new year or the old year with a bang. But we're right back to talk more boxing in 2023 like we never left. April return for the big fish. Errol Spence announces his return to the ring, and Keith Thurman is the expected opponent. Errol comes out and reassures all his fans this weekend that he doesn't believe in tune-ups. So he continues to, downplay taking tune-ups. And we'll be talking about who he believes is a tune-up a little later today on our 12 o'clock show. Right now, we're discussing the return of the big fish. All roads lead to Keith one-time Thurman. What's your opinion, Danny? Will we see Thurman in the ring? Buenos dias, my friend.
Good morning, champ. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. How you feeling?
I'm all right.
You straight? You cool?
Can't complain.
That's
Can't
good.
complain.
Yeah, champ. Y'all just been chilling for real, bro. But I don't even know what the fuck you asked me, bro.
I asked you,
Keith Thurman?
Yeah, do you think it's gonna be Thurman?
Yeah, I think so, man. That's what Mauricio and the WBC are asking for, and it's in house. It's to me, outside of Crawford and outside of outside of Crawford, to me that's Earl's biggest pay-per-view. As of right now, you know what I'm saying? That's like in front of him.
On paper, like you assume that, right? Because what? Because of like the numbers that he did in the past.
Yeah, I mean, and obviously there's
And
a rivalry.
you mean Keith?
Yeah, Keith gonna talk it up, and you know what I'm saying. Keith is obviously very entertaining, so I'm sure it'll do well. I would expect it to do very well, honestly. And like I said, probably outside of Crawford, Earl's biggest pay-per-view.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Because, you know, those that know feel Keith isn't necessarily, 100%. And then if you do some sort of poll, more people would probably want the Keith fight over the Ennis fight. Now, maybe if we did a poll here on this show, it'd represent a tighter result because we're hardcores. So we know who Ennis is, and we may want to see that. But I feel like more people want Keith because of the notoriety and the popularity.
Yeah, no.
So that I'm just piggybacking off of what you said, that's the bigger fight, but I don't think that it should be. Keith hasn't shown us that he can contend with Earl, not as of late. Boots has. Like, why would Keith be the bigger pay-per-view, bro? It's crazy how boxing works.
Not really. I just think that one guy is more known. One guy has been seen on the bigger stage more often. Like, you got to understand, I said it last week some point, Jerome Boots has never headlined a Showtime championship boxing card. You know what I'm saying? He has never headlined that, which is a step under pay-per-view. Keith Thurman has done not just that, but think about it, bro. The early PBC days, I remember seeing him and Danny on CBS.
Yeah.
That was a CBS fight that was available to however many millions of people that tuned in. You get what I'm saying? Keith stepped in there with a Manny Pacquiao. He's been in there. So at the end of the day, I just think that he's a more known face, a more known name. And to be quite frank with you, Nuss, he's an entertainer. He's gonna sell that fight, the build up to that fight. Boots, to me, I don't know. I haven't seen him go on any rants to the level of Mr. Thurman. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just think that for those reasons, I think it will be like I said, the biggest pay-per-view outside of Crawford. Now, I don't think it's going to be a more competitive fight than Spence Boots, you know what I'm saying? But that's why they got to step in there. And, honestly, nobody could really be mad at it. Thurman, the WBC has made their call. And Thurman isn't contesting like, yo, let me get another tune-up. So let's roll with it. Let men be men. Let the champs scrap it out and give the fans a good fight in Dallas.
Well, I think I'm going to ask the audience, is Keith Thurman a tune-up for Errol?
Hell no. You tripping.
Spence Jr.
Now, I ain't saying that's the toughest fight out there, but he definitely ain't no fucking tune-up.
I'm just saying.
No. Obviously, you're not saying that. That is the poll that you are going to put out there for the people to vote on. I get you. I'm just saying. I'm talking, out loud, to the individuals that may vote that way.
But Thurman's inactivity makes him a tune-up or no?
Does Thurman's inactivity make him a tune-up? Man, they both been out a long time. Thurman's been out approximately 6 weeks longer than Spence. But when you break it down, champ, it's gonna be, they're each gonna be out of the ring a year, a little over a year. So it's gonna be just about the same. So I think it's even playing field. And if anything, Earl's the one coming off the car accident. Truth be told.
So you don't think it's a tune-up?
Nah, I don't think so.
And Boots is fighting in January 7th, right? He's still on the undercard of Tank, correct?
Say it again.
Boots he's fighting January 7th, undercard of Tank, right?
Yes, sir. Co-main
So
event.
then, technically speaking, he can be available for April.
Yes, sir.
All right.
It would be a unusual turnaround. Unusually quick, and that obviously.
How quick? As quick as Kovalev Canelo, or more time?
About the same. Yeah, about the same. Actually, no. I would say, depending when in April. Yeah, it's gonna be more time regardless. He's gonna get 3 months, but like I said, that also. Demon, he comes out of the fight, unscathed, everything good, no injury, nothing like that. So
I got, is Keith Thurman a tune-up for Errol Spence Jr.? And my answers are C, Thurman inactivity makes him a tune-up. We can't fit that in there, so you know what I mean? The characters are very limited.
That's because you be wanting to give like long ass explanations, bro.
Nah, you gotta be specific because people aren't that bright. Second option is no, Thurman's no tune-up. Third option is fight Boots. Enough time in April. Fight Boots in April. Enough time. There is. There really is. You made it clear he's getting more time than Kovalev got to fight Canelo, right?
I did, yeah.
Last option would be fight Fundura, or should we scrap that?
Fight Fundura, or should we scrap that?
I mean, because we're just saying, he says, I don't do tune-ups. Some people feel Thurman's a tune-up, so we're doing a poll to make sure they feel that way.
Yeah, you lost me, bro.
Some people think Thurman is a tune-up because of the inactivity.
Okay.
Earl is specifically saying I don't fight tune-ups, so we're giving you options. You can pick Thurman if you think he's not a tune-up. You can pick Fundura if you think Thurman is a tune-up. You can pick Fundura if you think Boots is too inexperienced, or you can pick Boots, because you want him to stay at welter. You see what I'm saying? I'm giving you options.
Yeah, I don't think Fundura is a realistic option, especially coming off the car accident. I wouldn't expect him to move up and take
on a contender that's never won a belt.
The tallest task of his career.
I don't know. I don't think Fundura's I think Crawford's more of a threat.
Crawford? Yeah,
he's more of a threat than Fundura for Earl.
Exactly, but he gets something out of that. You get what I'm saying? Like, he gets something out of that.
No, I hear you, but what I mean, I'm just saying
him fighting Fundura is going to get him a final eliminator to a fight that he never plans to execute. You know what I'm saying? Especially not next. So
you saying scrap the Fundura?
Yeah, I don't even think nothing.
Yeah, but that's because you never want to do a fourth option. What's your fourth option? Cody Crowley? Because we do got to talk about that.
Yeah, he did
take shots at Cody. So you watched my interview, Earl. You could have at least left a comment. He called Cody Crowley.
That was from your interview?
Of course. Who else talked to Cody and talked about Earl?
So what was said? Because I ain't watch your interview.
He just was.
I watched whatever clip you put out. I ain't
Cody
watched
was like, Earl holding up the division. He basically saying either shit or get off the pot. You feel me? You got everybody waiting. I'm out here sacrificing years of my life waiting on y'all. So
they said, is Crawford not allowed as an option?
Of course not. He not fighting Crawford in April. This is an April return. But I don't know that Thurman's an option, truthfully speaking. Like, unless the WBC has called 2 WBC eliminators in the same division, I really don't get what's going on. Cody Crowley let it slip that they're going to be in a WBC eliminator in February.
Yeah, but that's cool. Let's not forget, you got your eliminators and your final eliminator. So, what was ordered at the WBC convention was the mandatory, and Keith Thurman ordered to fight Errol Spence up next. So Cody Crowley could very well be fighting an eliminator in February. Would it be a final eliminator? Who knows? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Because the Earl fight has been pushed back so much, right? Thurman was in full-blown camp.
Right.
We seen how hard he was working. Can he push it till April? Or
you guys
are they...
were in communication, right? If I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken.
Yeah. So can he push it till April and prolong the camp and stay in camp 5-6 months? Or did they do what they always do? Did Al just hit up Thurman and was like, yo, listen, we need you to do another main event? How many main events hasn't Keith done for them? So I want to believe there's a slight possibility that we can get Thurman and Crowley. Crowley is fighting in February in an eliminator. If you go to the rankings, which I'm going to screen share because obviously, you know, people believe that it's not an option. But if you go to the rankings, everyone is busy there. So it can quite be Cody getting an option, right? An opportunity. And I'm screen sharing right now. Mm-hmm. And these are your rankings. And as you can see in the WBC, Thurman is number 1. Keith is your champion. Virgil is now busy with WBA regular champion Amantis Stenonius. As you can see right here, he's the WBA regular. So Virgil, number 2, is busy. Keith is available, but he's been waiting on Earl. Earl is now not fighting till April. Ennis is busy fighting in January. Ugas is not back. Regardless of what we hear, he's not. Mbenge just fought at
what you think is up with that?
With Ugas?
Yeah.
I mean, he's going through rehab.
Okay.
Because everything I see, he's at the doctors and shit.
So what exactly, I'm sorry, like, did I miss something? What exactly?
Broke his face, his orbital bone, so he's probably getting metal plates like fucking Kellbrook Terminator.
Okay, so just making sure it's the same, you know what I'm saying? Because it's been since April.
Oh, I mean, they broke his face,
No,
bro.
I understand that. I just have not seen him even back in the gym. Like, I haven't seen
you
article.
got to get cleared to get punched in the face with a broken face. But we got Tulani Mbenge, who just fought Suleiman Sokoros at 54. So these guys are not even on the rankings anymore. You know? And look at Suleiman right there. They both moved up for a 54 belt. And obviously Mbenge again lost. So who's next? Cody Crowley. Who's been in the gym? Cody Crowley. I think it's quite possible that Earl, because he's waiting till April, fights the winner of Thurman and Crowley, because now Thurman may fight Crowley in February. I'm just saying, make it make sense, because who else is Crowley in an eliminator with? Aegis just fought. Kavalaskas just fought. Who
Ramos.
is Crowley? Man, get the fuck out of here. Abel Ramos. Man, no way, bro. WBC not even wasting their time with that dude.
I ain't even gonna lie.
And no disrespect to him, but they not wasting their time with him. There's no money there. Who's his promoter? Who's his manager?
Mario Barrios.
Barrios coming off a loss, but he did say he was fighting in February when he was on our show in the win.
And he's been in the gym.
But the WBC would be disgraceful. They already gave him a fucking a Thurman shot in an eliminator off a loss.
That was a final
or
eliminator.
a belt or some shit. Like, get out of here, bro. No way.
We got to double back with Cody. See if he knows.
Nah, he ain't letting nothing out the bag. He slipped that up. And, you know, that's all I could get. They ain't his trainer on top of that. He be jumping in the interview and shit. Like, oh, don't leak that. Shout out to Ibn, though. But, yeah, I don't know. I think it could be, you know, Thurman Crowley, which is good.
Crowley Ugas.
He ain't in the gym, man. I be at new what's that, New Boxing?
Yeah.
And honestly, Salah's gym been closed. I got to go out that way. That shit been closed. I don't know if they, you know, maybe he went to
I ain't going to lie, though.
Japan or something for the Christmas.
So I was like, could that be a possibility? But you also go to the gym late, do you not?
I mean, yes, but 3-ish. 3-ish.
That ain't too late.
And I was there the other day with them, I think. Oh, when we finished the show, I went like 9 and they were sparring at 9.
You said 9 in the morning?
Yo, Shooter is funny. He said he just had his first Popeye's chicken sandwich. Damn, you waited. Remember that shit was like a thing?
Yeah, that was a phenomenon.
People were like in line, wailing for that shit.
Let me tell you, I'm a hustler. I was slinging the sandwiches.
No, you wasn't.
Brother.
You was going to get them and Ubering them to people?
Brother, look. There's a Popeyes on the military base. So I used to go in and get mad chicken sandwiches.
And just sling them.
Nah, I already had like basically.
Oh, you had the orders?
Yeah, nah, it'd be like, I had the order like, boom, I'd go to, my mechanic, boom. But I'm double charging for the sandwich plus delivery. But shout out to you.
Look at these boxing fans saying, no, Thurman, no tune-up, 49%. Didn't I tell y'all? Look, I gave the people the option to fight Boots in April. This is what I'm telling you. No matter what they say.
The problem is that, bro, I just wasn't going to say it on the show, but the problem is that I could have chose 3 options out of that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, what are you asking me? Is Keith Thurman a tune-up for Errol Spence? I instantly said no. I instantly saw no Thurman, no tune-up, and I clicked on that. And then I was like, fight Boots in April is enough time. And I'm like, damn, I would have clicked that because I agree it is enough time.
And you can't go back?
No, but it's like,
damn, that's whack.
Like Thurman, I still don't think Thurman's a tune-up, but I still think that fighting Boots is in April is enough time. You know what I'm saying? And then like, what about Cody Crowley?
Maybe we do it over. Maybe we do it over and we put who's the tune-up? Cody, Thurman.
That should have been
Earl. No, who's not the tune-up? Who's not the tune-up for Errol Spence? Boots, Thurman, Cody Crowley. Who's not the tune-up? That's how you get the answer. See, because he's saying I don't fight tune-ups, but my thing is, no disrespect to Thurman and all my Floridians, he not ready yet. Beat the shit out of Cody Crowley. Show me that. Show me that. But how the fuck you gonna get in there with the most devastating body punching when your kryptonite is body shots?
Okay, can I ask you something?
Mm-hmm.
In a hypothetical world, right? Let's say Thurman fights Cody in February, right?
Uh-huh.
And like you just said, he beats the shit out of him, right?
Mm-hmm. Then he's back. Then we know he's back.
Okay, but is that really going to matter in a Spence fight?
Yes.
Why?
Because you just look average with Barrios. You got to show us above average.
No, that's cool. That's cool.
For me to believe you could beat Spence, you got to show me above average.
Bro, what does he have to do? For you
What? One time could come back. He could knock out Cody. He could stop him. Ibn could fucking throw the towel in. That'll show me one time is back. And he grabs the mic and he's like, because if one time was one time, then to all these fucking chumps, you have a good night. Now, I don't remember the verse, but it was Enrique who made it up.
So he does that, you picking him over Earl. Because I'm going to be honest.
There are people, that will because he did everything first.
There's not anything
that he can do
to Cody Crowley for me to pick.
That's you.
For me to.
That's you. But remember the same 600,000 people that watched him fight Pacquiao and believed in him and watched him beat Porter and Danny. If they see him back to that, yeah, they might pick him. He did everything first. He's got a legitimate claim to being the true welterweight. He was out for injury.
Yeah.
He got stripped. He didn't get beat.
It's just, bro, like the whole like one-time thing, it's like, bro, you want to know how long it's been since
And that's why. What if he sweeps him, though?
Let me put things in perspective for you.
I hear you. It's been a while.
No, let me put things in perspective for you, bro. The last time, that was Luis Collazo. Brother, I had just attended my first fight ever.
Okay.
Like, that was like 2 weeks later. You was just here for Brona Porter. You know how long ago that was?
16?
15, brother.
So he ain't had a knockout since 2015?
You know how many women ago that was?
So you saying he got 7 years no knockout?
Correct. And that
7 years.
And that was Collazo not coming out. That was
7 years?
And that was Collazo not coming out.
7 years.
Yes.
No other stoppages between there.
That was Collazo not coming out. That wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? The last time he got an actual KO TKO was 2013.
Look at Brandon. He said, what does Thurman have to do? I said, he got to beat the shit out of Cody Crowley. Brandon, you're such a big baby, man. Get your ass out of here, cry baby. Better have no kids crying that much. What your son gonna do? What up? RNN, what's good? Damn, there's somebody saying 9 years. Is you doing your math right?
Bro, that's what I'm saying. 7 years since he stopped somebody. But that's considered retired because they ain't come out the corner. An actual KO.
And that's why. So if
from his punches, 9 fucking years, bro. I was in high school, yo.
And that's why.
I was thrashing shit.
That's why. Dan, it's over already. He said I was.
Nah.
I'm fucking with you. Yo,
I don't want to go back to that. I was wilding back
all
then.
All I'm saying is it's been a while, and if he can get that motherfucking last night's fireworks, everybody gonna like it. RNN, you up, baby? You want to talk or you just bullshitting? RNN, registered nurses. RNS1. Damn, they saying Thurman is no more.
Yo,
what up, brother?
I'm gonna get super petty. Watch this.
Get an interview with him?
Huh?
With Keith? You can't get an interview with Keith?
I mean, possibly, but I've been out here kind of slandering his name, calling him a tune-up. I don't know that he want to talk to me right now.
But isn't he already mandated by the WBC? So why should he fight a tune-up?
Well, because Earl isn't available unless Keith is just gonna sit around and wait till April and he been in the gym, bruh. He been in the gym. Oh, my God, I got to check my messages, but I'm telling you, he been in the gym. He invited me a long-ass time ago. It's got to be 60 days since I got the invite to the fucking camp.
Nah, bro, it's been 3-4 months. You tripping.
I'm out to check.
No, I think that April is for Frank Martin and not him. Frank Martin fighting on the Ryan undercard. I think that's what that April tweet meant. I don't think it's for
Yo, bro, this shit was October when he like, yeah, I'm in the gym. Come through. Let me know the dates.
I told you 4 months ago. I told you this shit was 4 months ago.
So I'm more right than ever. He fighting Crowley in February. Ain't no way they gonna let that man be training from fucking October to April. Think about that. How many months? November, December. Look at that. You got like 6 months, man. No way. That's too much.
Bro, I'm gonna send you this picture of me.
Oh no.
I'm gonna send you this picture. No, I ain't gonna do that. I was about to send you this picture of me, the same month, the last time Thurman got a knockout, like a real, you feel me? Because it's better.
Listen, Thurman is in the gym. That's all y'all need to know. He gonna be back. Y'all keep sleeping if y'all want.
Nah, I don't think it's sleeping. I just think that.
I got Omar in New Jersey. What up, O?
Yo.
Yo.
Yeah, man. Happy New Year to y'all, TBV. For sure. Yeah, I think for sure Keith Thurman's definitely fighting Crowley. It just makes sense. It just makes sense. Like we know Earl doesn't want to fight Thurman. I truly think, I think he's gonna spin that block. I think Earl's a man of his word. And I think he's gonna spin the block, and I think he's gonna talk. He gonna fight Bud. Remember when Bud called him out? Why not? It's been since December, so that's enough time for Bud. He said he's ready. Earl has been quiet. He ain't respond to that on Twitter at all, and all he did is put a date out, and that's what Earl does. He don't talk shit. He just tried to make the fight, and
but how could you put a date out for you and Crawford? Don't you think that's like again fucking with the negotiate. Like if I gotta negotiate with Crawford for a super fight, how I'ma tell the world the date of the fight without unless you telling me you also think Crawford knows he's fighting Earl in April. I mean, I'm lost here.
I think so too, man. I think they both know. I think they, like he said, he's gonna spin the block, and I think he did. I really think that they said, "Fuck it, let's make this fight happen." The fight fans are mad. I thought it happened in May, to be honest.
So if you think it happened, if you think they made the fight, why wouldn't they announce it? Isn't it better to get in front of and be like, "Yo, we got this super fight locked. It's happening in April." Like, why let Earl announce a date with a super fight, but not tell us it's the super fight? Plus, Crawford can't say nothing. I mean, I don't know.
I think maybe they fine tuning it. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe they got it closely done, and they gonna announce it really soon. I mean,
but
it's just the top of the year now.
Remember on that interview with Brian Custer, he said it won't be Crawford. But I mean, I guess anything could change the way that it has been. But with Brian Custer on Showtime, he made it clear it wasn't Crawford.
Yeah, they honestly, anybody else, unless it's Boots. I just definitely don't see it. Thurman would be the money grab, and maybe that makes the most sense since his only losses to Pac-Man. So I would say Thurman would be the money grab, but I think
you mean a money grab? Are you saying a money grab as in a easy fight, or?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, yeah, man.
See,
I
and
mean,
that's what I'm saying.
Thurman ain't been in the ring.
People think he a tuna.
But see, okay, now let me ask you this. Who's this again?
Yeah, it's Omar.
Omar, let me ask you this. So let's say Thurman fight Crowley in February, like knock him out. He ain't did the shit in 10 years, but he gonna do it this year, right? So he ain't did in 10 years, he gonna do it this year. Boom, he knock him out. Is that gonna change your pick if he fights Spence next?
Definitely. He ain't gonna fight him in April. If he fights him in February, there's no way Thurman's getting in the ring 2 months later. He ain't do that shit since I don't even remember the last time he even did that. So I think that's like that the timing is just off right there completely. Even if he does knock it out, and if he does knock him out, I still don't think it's a great fight.
Exactly. So I mean, I try to converse, but you overthought it. But yeah, I mean,
overthought. I mean, he's right. You don't think Thurman?
I mean, regardless, he said it at the end. He's like, regardless of what he does, it's not gonna change. So it's like it don't fucking matter.
Yeah, but to you two hardcores, it don't change. For the casuals, the people that watch them fight, fucking Pacquiao, yeah, if he get a knockout, it's going to change. It's going to make them believe again. That's part of boxing. I don't know what y'all talking about. You cannot not look good in the fight before and not have anybody.
You make a point, and that's because think about Caleb Plant.
Exactly. Look how many people on Caleb's side now that he got that win. Even Benavidez is like, yeah, no, man, he's running around here talking about he gonna knock me out, so I'm in the gym 5 hours a day. Yeah, shit changes.
True indeed. But you guys enjoy. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the show. I appreciate y'all. Happy New Year. Keep up the great content.
All right, brother. Appreciate you calling in, man. We got King Amin in Essex. What's goody?
Hey, yo.
What up, brother?
Yo.
Happy New Year, fellas. What's good with you, man?
Happy New Year, champ.
What's good? Right back at you.
Hey, man. I guess it's good news that Thurman's calling him back, Ness. Don't take it too bad, because, I mean, I wouldn't say you've been slandering Keith Thurman, but I know I have been, and playfully, because he can take it. He got thick skin. He liked to, talk slick, too. But I've been calling him a gatekeeper, and keep last time Thurman for God knows when. You know what I'm saying? Like, my kids wasn't even born when the last time Collazo had to stop it. The youngest ones anyway, But he has to do something impressive. And yeah, Cody Crowley is the kind of opponent that, hey, make a nice little announcement. You got to make people believe again. People believe in Deontay Wilder after what he did to Helenius. Once you get past the whole, is he a sparring partner? because the knockout is what people remember. It reminds you of why they fell in love in the first place.
Correct.
So if this is the time for him to do it, it's got to be. Now, me personally, I would love for it to happen. I would love for him to get back to the shit talking, but I don't know, man. I don't know if Keith is there in his career, and I think he looks as average against Crowley as he did against Barrios. And then right there, you know, he could move into the commentating booth and maybe join me on my championship rounds on YouTube, man, because, you know, unless he wants to be relegated to a gatekeeper, you know, which is not a bad thing, being a measuring stick. But I know them big guys feel like, you know, they can't do that no more. Nobody likes to hand the baton to the young guy no more. So they don't like to do that. So unfortunately, if you don't get out there and fight a Cody Crowley, hell, I say fight Boots. I don't know if that was part of the discussion, but go ahead and fight Boots, man.
He is an option, but people barely pick Boots. It's crazy. I feel like I need to do a new poll, man.
I think the way Danny explained it was correct. It was kind of confusing, you know, but yeah, if Thurman and Boots is going down, then I'm giving him high honor regardless of the outcome, because that means he came off of Pacquiao as far as he touched one of the old legends, you know, win or lose, and then he touched one of the new guys. He's been in there with Danny Garcia, Sean Paul. He already has an illustrious career, and I think as opposed to sitting out and avoiding some of these top guys, it damages his career. I think he needs to go out one last time, whether it's Cody Crowley and then Boots or straight to Boots. Keith Thurman got to do something. Now's the time. Let's call him Keith. Now's the time, Thurman. That's my call.
All right. So I'm doing a new poll, man, and let's see if it's gonna be different. I got Keith Thurman, Jaron Ennis. We said Cody, Crowley, and what's your fourth option? I put who should Errol Spence fight in April if not Crawford? And if you want to call in, we're using.
You're going to get mad, but I think you leave it at that. You always want the 4, but we looked at the rankings. We looked at the availability. We looked at
How
what
you
makes
gonna
sense.
steal Abel Ramos, man? He up there. Kavalaskis is next.
Slap yourself.
Kavalaskis is next in line, bruh.
Oh, what?
Rolly, he been calling out Earl.
Throw him to Frank. Throw him to Frank. That's a Frank fight.
So you really gonna go no fourth option?
No fourth option.
Rashidi Ellis? Speedy Rashidi?
Where he at?
Speedy Rashidi's at number 10 in the BC. So Earl could call him up.
And he fighting this week, right?
Yeah. And that'd have been his second toonie.
Yo, hit me. I'm going to be in D.C., yo.
Yo.
I'm going to be in D.C. this weekend for the fight. I'm only going to the fight.
He's
Bro,
only going to the fight.
I got the fucking
email?
Yeah, dude.
What?
I forgot, like, I know it's in D.C.
They sent it directly to you?
Nah, because I got Martin, the Spanish guy. He sent it to me, but I always get his shit, whether I'm going or not.
Okay.
Did they email you, though?
For Saquon.
So I ain't
see nothing yet, but I already responded.
Okay.
Asking.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna ask. Yup.
Yeah. Damn, look. See, Keith still 47. They terrible. Y'all love Keith deep down inside. Y'all love Keith Thurman. Either y'all love Keith or you trying to protect Earl and give him somebody you know he could beat.
I mean, Jaron is 43%. 44% now.
It just changed. That shit was
hella
Keith.
Thurman is still 40. Oh, now it's 50-50.
That shit was hella Keith a few minutes. What the hell?
Excuse me, guys.
Man, terrible.
Oh,
bro.
wow. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, yeah, he's sorry, he says.
Yo, Nuts, why you be hating?
Look, I can't believe people picking Thurman over Boots. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. They be talking like they want to see Boots in them big fights, but they ain't really. They still want Keith.
No, I'm just saying Keith is a WBC.
My man said 3 months too big, too quick for a turnaround. Holy mother of God. 90 days is too quick. Yo, y'all terrible, man. We got a couple super chats. I got the Axiom.
Let me ask you this, though.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you this.
You asking?
Bro, does fucking Boots really have to do that to himself?
Do what?
Turn around, unusually, or.
Bruh, my man literally had 3 rounds in the last, 4 fights. Yeah, he could turn around.
I mean, we don't know what's going to happen Saturday night.
Probably another 1-round fight. You know what I'm saying? And look, that would be the best because he's hungry. Boots versus Crawford. Are you with that, Ness? Of course I'm with that. But everybody trying to put that Boots pressure on Crawford, he went the IBF route, man. He went more belt route. He ain't dumb. He trying to get the belts, which means more money. So I don't know why they putting the pressure on Crawford. Like, Crawford got to step up and fight Boots. That, he went a whole different direction. This is for IBF what? Interim.
Mm-hmm.
This right behind the champ. So yeah, I mean, Boots positioning himself in a way that he can get the fight, which again makes that April date all more possible.
Mm.
What if Earl's like, no tune-ups? This my mandatory. I'm getting his young ass out the way, and I'm gonna take Crawford out. People will go crazy. Tell me they won't.
They would.
I mean, obviously the casual fans would prefer Thurman, obviously based off our poll, but I think that the hardcores, we'd be like, oh shit. Shout out to George Camboso, sent in a $2 super chat. Damn, George, you made $10 million. You only sent $2. What the fuck?
Bro, he ain't paying his trainer. You think he gonna pay us?
No, that means he got more money if he ain't paid them.
But I'm saying if he, no man.
Shit. But he says Happy New Year's, TBV.
Happy New Year, champ.
We glad we could do everything we did to get you that fight. Smoothie Man says it can't be Bud. I mean, he said on Brian Custer it wasn't Bud. He said that on Showtime on a Frank Martin telecast, didn't he? Big Supermax says, $2 super chat. Don't care who it is. Just ready to see Earl back.
Word.
When's the last time he was in the ring? How long has it been?
April 16th.
Oh, wow. So it'll be a year.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Once a year. That's pretty norm.
I mean, shit. Yeah, especially for him these last couple years, given the pandemic.
They go to haters. Cambosos definitely ain't make 10 because you was there when he deposited the money. They go to haters. That's the same people that say Crawford ain't make 10.
You think he made 10?
Where there's smoke, there's fire, my friend.
You best believe it.
If he ain't make 10, why was that number mentioned? Why they ain't start off with 5?
No, I think he made 10.
Mm-hmm. Shit. I know Dev ain't complaining about what he made, so if he ain't complaining,
word,
George ain't complaining. But we are taking callers on Twitter Spaces and Discord. If you want to call in, you got to request to speak or raise your hand on Discord. And we will be doing our Untitled show at 8:30 a.m. for our YouTube members right here on YouTube members only. And we'll be talking a little bit of everything on Untitled, where we do really talk everything and anything.
I actually have a
topic.
A topic. Yeah.
He's ready. He's ready. Yeah, I watched a lot of TV, man. So I got some shit to talk about, I guess.
Yeah, I ain't really watched like a lot, but I watched some TV for sure.
Yo, listen to Brandon. The real number was exposed in the lawsuit. Yo, I swear, dudes don't understand how this business is conducted.
At all.
Bro, the more information we tell them, the more they refuse to, like, listen.
Yo, and it's crazy because, like, we've told them some inside information regarding that fight.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Probably some
about camp expenses specifically.
Not just that, about contracts and deals specific to that fight. And I'm pretty sure, I'm not even bullshitting, that information only you, I, and now Brandon knows, but yet he comments. nonsense like that. But y'all know the number to call
I think
in.
Brandon is just a troll.
425-569-5240. You do have to press one time to let us know that you want to voice your opinion. And
on the voice of the people. Now remember, if you don't decide to call in and we don't have anyone to engage with, then we will be wrapping this one up and coming back at 8:30, where we'll be on our YouTube members live for our YouTube members only show. And then we'll be back at 12 o'clock. Yo, do we go to the win today?
Nah, tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was hoping it wasn't today. I'm like, man, I think they said the 3rd.
It's the 3rd.
Cause I don't even want to go back. I've been comfortable, bro. Going to find a fucking parking and all that shit.
Well, the good thing is that the holidays have now passed.
So less people?
I mean, it's always gonna be busy, but I don't think it'll be to that level. Nobody over here.
They're asking, why didn't Boots go the WBO route? I mean, because there's more belts, the IBF route.
And think about it. He was Showtime who do business with Al. WBO does business with Bob Orders. You feel me? So it's like it just makes sense to go, where it's easier and more convenient. You know what I'm saying?
Got a couple of requests. Florida Zone, Lil Tommy. How your man looking, Tommy? When the last time you been in the gym?
Yo, what up? You can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got Cody Crowley fighting Cal Velasquez. I know you, I don't know why you so adamant about the Thurman win, but I think it's Cal Velasquez.
I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. At this point, maybe Velasquez could turn around, but I spoke to him. I swear he was in Lithuania on vacation. I'm going to check my messages. But his last fight was Michael Fox in October.
All right,
but
so if you're thinking Thurman can do a 2-month turnaround, that's like 6 months.
But that's different. That's different because Thurman knew he was fighting. In October, Thurman was in the gym. Velasquez finished fighting in November. In October, and he probably was on vacation, man.
I mean, hey, maybe I see Cal Velasquez over Thurman. Like I said before, I see Thurman waiting for Earl. I see the WBC mandate.
Wait. So you think he gonna just keep training from October till now?
Bro, we don't know at what level he training. We don't know at what level he training, bro. Motherfucker stay in the gym. Motherfucker stay in the gym. He gonna
stay in the gym. He whatever. He doing his thing. He gonna wait for Spence. Shit. I mean, what Spence? What is Spence saying he was training for?
So wait. Is this your educated guess, or did you go to the gym, man? Stop playing with us.
I gotta stay like Cody Crowley and be discreet.
Oh man.
All right. Well, that says enough then. That says enough to me.
Yeah. So, and like Danny just said a minute ago, Boots went, one of the 3 belt ways because that's what people was holding on to.
Did you see the Cody Crowley interview?
Did you post the whole thing? I'm only seeing like little skits come up, like one skit a day, like one little thing a day. I didn't see you post the whole interview yet.
I don't post it. Can I do that? But I'm pretty sure the Thurman part is out.
Well, yeah, the Thurman part. I saw the Thurman part. What's your question to that?
What Thurman say? Because he said he in the WBC eliminator. What about that?
Cal Velasquez ranked number 8, ain't he?
Cal Velasquez is number 7. Cody number 6.
Okay, so then Cal Velasquez had just signed with PBC. Had the one fight with Michael Fox.
Yeah.
So far. Okay, so who else in the top 10?
But think about it. But why would Al give Cal Velasquez 2 fights in less than 4 months, man? He ain't no fucking superstar.
It ain't really about that. It's about building a superstar. So if you give Velasquez to Crowley, that you're building Crowley. You're not building Velasquez.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying that, like, you just signed him. You got other welterweights been waiting all year to fight. You gonna get this dude 2 fights in 4 months?
But what other welterweights do he have that's in the top 10? That's not Boots and
Rashidi,
Keith.
Mario.
Rashidi fighting January,
Ugas.
bro. Ugas not fighting probably for another 6 months. So
Jamal,
you gotta
number 12. Ramos number 8.
Top 10. Ramos still number 8?
Hell yeah, he's still number 8. Ellis 10.
Okay.
Ellis 10. Luke Santa
But
Maria 13.
Ellis is fighting. So who?
And I spoke to Javier Caputillo. Shout out to Javier. He told me Luke ready.
Yeah, but I see it being somebody in the top 10. I see Kyle Velasquez fought Crawford, fought Ortiz, and those are only 2 losses right now. So he has a decent name. And if you get past him over the other guys you just named, that besides Rashidi Ellis, but he's fighting January, so I'm not. It's process of elimination. I'm not counting him. So Crowley said he's fighting in February, right? I'm guessing towards the end of February. So it's not gonna be nobody's fighting in January who's gonna get him, or nobody that's fought November, December. So Kyle Velasquez, what? They went like 3 rounds, 4 rounds.
With Fox?
Against Michael Fox? Yeah.
That fight lasted 10 rounds, brother. All 10.
Why the hell I thought he got knocked out?
Because he went down twice in the third.
Okay. Well, but let me ask you this now. If Michael Fox would have got past Kyle Velasquez, don't you think that would have elevated him, right?
Of course.
That's a name built.
Yo, look, Kyle Velasquez ain't post nothing since October 9th. Do that mean he not working? No. But do I believe he not working? Yeah. If you ain't posting, you ain't working. Fuck all that.
So Tank must never be working.
Tank posts every day.
Man.
Tank posts every day. You don't follow him on you don't follow him on TikTok. Tank posts every day.
Let me tell you, in the lead up,
he don't post every day in the gym.
No, listen.
Yes, he do on TikTok.
Bro, listen.
Every day.
Listen. Bro, in the lead up for Rolly, he went ghost.
Not on TikTok.
Bro, yes.
I get shit on TikTok all the time.
Bro, let me tell you.
I wouldn't care if he get paid or not. If I'm receiving shit and he in the gym in them pictures and that shit, yeah.
Oh no, I ain't got him on TikTok, so I can't argue with that one. But just picking a top 10 opponent for Cody Crowley, my money is on Kyle Velasquez at the end of February. Keith is waiting for Earl. Earl got a mandatory in Keith. He's not gonna fight nobody else. I understand that the topic is, conversation with people, but it is what it is. Ain't no Boots or Rashidi Ellis or nobody is going to fight in January and then fight again early April. So that's not that's not going to happen for them just yet. But that's who I see. But I'm waiting for the full Cody Crowley interview because I follow Cody, so I try to keep up with it. But yeah, I see he's real adamant about that Thurman fight with him. He ain't trying to let that shit go. But Thurman is definitely not no tune-up for nobody. I don't know why that's even a question right there.
So you think Thurman has the best opportunity at beating Spence in April? You don't think he need one more fight?
Nah, bro, because I try to explain to you a few times, and it's whatever. But like Danny said, rather you think if Thurman knocks out anybody else, and then pretty much out of anybody other than Boots, Crawford, and to go into an Earl fight, nobody is really gonna still have him favored that don't got him favored now. They might give him a closer underdog, but nobody's gonna pick him over Spence right now. So when I was trying to explain to you back then, it was when he fought Barrios, it was gonna be a if it went 12 rounds, it's gonna be a dominant performance because what? Nobody's gonna think he's gonna go into a Earl or a Crawford fight and knock them out. He's gonna go 12. So with him getting older, I mean the fans want to see the knockouts, yeah, and that's understandable. But if you go 12 rounds, your last fight leading up to one of the biggest fights of your career that everybody's anticipating to go 12, unless you get knocked out, going 12 was a better option. It was just a sparring match, bro. You fell asleep during the fight, but it was just a sparring match with Barrios, really. So, and he hurt him 4 or 5 times and never went for the kill. And if you pay attention, it's like
too. Barrios hurt. We had Barrios on the show, and he regretted he ain't jump on Thurman after he hurt him.
Shit, he jumped on him. He just couldn't catch him. His feet too slow. He couldn't catch him. That's all that was. I was there. I watched the highlights. I watched the fight all over again. He hit him with the right hand. And then when he seen he was hurt, he chased his ass around the ring. He just couldn't catch up with him. So, that's what that was. Watch the fight again. You will see every time. When Keith hit him with the looping left hook, the leaping left hook, wobbled him, he just stood there. You feel better now? Okay, come on, let's go back. Hit him with the right hand. He wobbled. Oh, you good? All right, come on, let's go again. Like, it was just a sparring match. I was, just get the 12 rounds in, fill that out, because, being out the ring for so long and not actually putting in fight night rounds it can hurt you in the long run versus people who probably can withstand the power, but yeah, man, what y'all topic the next show?
Earl saying Rolly is a tune-up for Frank Martin. We got a super chat. We also got our 8:30 a.m. YouTube members only Untitled, where we sit back, relax, and talk about anything. We got RNS1 with a $5 super chat that says, Boots looks gaunt in the face, like a skeleton. I think he's having trouble making 147. He might be fooled if he taken to deep waters by Bud or Earl. C-Dub, roll tide. C-Dub. C-Dub. All right, Mad Bent, what up? Mad Bent, what up?
Hello. Can you hear me?
We do.
All right, man. I ain't got too much to say on the topic. But all I gotta say is in April, I hope that Earl do fight Keith Thurman, because Keith Thurman messed up the campaign. The summer was for Keith, but he went to sleep. So he went to hibernation, and it was the wrong season. You hibernate in the winter, you fight in the summer, but I guess Barrios was a little too much for him, so he went into hibernation. But I like Keith. This weekend is Javante. He's gonna make Hector a star. Hector gonna be a real superstar after this fight because he's getting he's getting 2 milliliters of Tanquil and he's going to sleep. Still on the campaign, the people for Marquise Taylor. The people for Marquise Taylor get Marquise a fight. This is the new campaign. Let's get Marquise a fight. I like that guy. All right, thanks for the show. That's my call. Peace.
All right. Appreciate the call, champ.
Word. Who next? C-Dub. Trying you again. C-Dub. Trying you again.
C-Dub going once.
Yo.
We hear you now.
The audio is good. That's what's up. Shout out TBV. Smash that like button. It's free. Do something with yourself. Let me take this. Preheat this oven, man. This chest not checkers. When I call this show, when I'm talking about controlling the center of the board, and that's not what I'm talking about. This is where the hard check would be, controlling in the center of the board. All Spence got to do is fight Keith. This is it. It's a hard check, man. And Bud fans should be hoping that Keith get this fight. Because guess what? Pacquiao just said he want to fight Bud or Spence. So hope that Pacquiao and Bud fight on BLK in the meantime, in between time. This would be the best thing for Bud since he survived the headshot during the dice game. Why would y'all not want this? I mean, shit. This is why I knew I could stand on get down or lay down. Because Al Heyman had this ace up his sleeve. If you got, and this just told y'all, people, he always said, man, people think they understand business. They just fans, okay? You're a fan, put yourself in Al Heyman's shoes. You got Spence versus Keith that might do 500 pay-per-view buys.
Whoa.
Or you could put on
You generous.
Bud versus, or you could put on Bud versus Spence that might do 500 pay-per-view buys. Guess I could pay half the money to make Spence versus Keith. What fight you think you're gonna make? Close your eyes, man, and open them if you need to. What decision you gonna make if you're a shrewd businessman, a shrewd businesswoman, a shrewd business person? Which one you gonna make? So you don't think Keith and Spence do close to 500? The same as Bud and Spence? Come on, man. You gotta wake up out here. Y'all gotta wake up. You gotta wake up. It's real quick. I mean, it's real simple. It's business too. So, that's all it is, man. Just he always had his ace up his sleeve. All he had to do was move the pun. And this a hard check too, Ness. This a check when the king might not, it might be checked to the end. You may just be running now. Cause now who Bud gonna fight now? The IBO champion? After Spence fight Keith, and then he might fight Pacquiao. Then who Bud gonna get? Alexis Rocha? Like you don't gotta get down to lay down, man. But hey, man, you gotta do something. So this chess not checkers, and this check, when he fight Keith in April, it's gonna be, almost it does close to 500 pay-per-view buys. You don't agree with that?
I would love to see that. That would be great for the sport.
It would be great for the sport. Keith did almost 500 with Pacquiao.
Pacquiao's a legend with his own country, who's done over 1 million pay-per-view sales on previous fights. So, a little bit different.
And that's why the casual still got Keith winning in the votes, right? Even though he been inactive, even though he only came back against Mario Barrios. How to pose? You must got a whole bunch of Keith Thurman lovers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where all these Keith Thurman fans came from?
42% is just as good as 51% for Ennis, who's done no pay-per-views.
Where these Keith Thurman fans came from?
Who's done no pay-per-views. He hasn't been in the ring with no Pacquiao, and he got 41%.
Bro, like, who did C-Dub?
Yeah.
C-Dub.
Yeah.
How you doing? How you
What's
doing?
up?
Good morning. Happy New Year, champ. This is Ringwalk.
Good morning, Dan. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. So, champ, yo, I'm not like no Keith Thurman fanboy by any means, but at the end of the day, like, this is the hurt business, right? So if you in the hurt business, you know what I'm saying, we know what comes with that. You know what I'm saying? And it's a sport to not be played with. But at the end of the day, Keith Thurman is a recognizable numerous time world champion. Been in there with the best of them. And although I don't believe he beats any of the top guys, with all due respect, you know what I'm saying? Shit, you want to fight? You know what I'm saying? He could have told the WBC, shit, I don't want that fight. You know what I'm saying? That's not what he did.
Right.
So it's like, we here, step in there, and let's see how the fight play out.
Right. And go ahead and eliminate Keith Thurman. We always wanted Keith. Well, I did. I've been calling into the show. I always said I wanted Keith versus Bud or Keith versus Spence. Because I just truly believe that he was the man before they came up. And it's just a passing of the torch. And that's how it should go. It don't go like that anymore. We don't know if it's the money, if it's the lifestyle, if it's the new era. But that's how it used to go. It used to go, hey, the old line passes to the up and coming or the prime line. And that would be Keith versus Spence, Or Keith might surprise him and beat him. And then we got Bud versus Keith. We really don't know. And that's why I always wanted Keith to be in this situation. Not because I'm a Keith fanatic, just because I'm a true competition fan that want people to fight each other, and let's really see who number 1 versus number 2. You really don't know who versus number 1 versus number 2 if Keith don't fight either one of these guys, I don't believe. That's my call.
C-Dub, let me get to some other people, man. Appreciate your calling. We got Ron Boy Fresh. What up?
Yo.
What up?
Hey, Slim. We back to talk about the welterweight division again.
I mean, your boy announced he back in April, man. He announced it.
Yeah, you already know. In another over-marinated fight. How long we been talking about Keith versus Earl? Since what, 2016? Let's be fair. 2016. They finally given us a Keith versus Earl fight in 2023 from 2016, Mo. Like I said, and my man just said that Keith versus. Keep in mind, this is how you know when motherfuckers really don't be looking at boxing. So now you telling me that Bud versus Earl, supposedly the best fight in all of boxing, correct? Is going to do the same amount of numbers as Keith versus Earl.
Earl, yeah, he did say that.
So Keith versus Earl, right? Think about this shit we just heard. Some may add up.
Nah, because his logic in that was to basically say that Al is gonna get that Keith money before getting that Bud money.
No, I agree, and that logic makes perfect sense. But when we say it's going to do 500K, absolutely not. I put any amount of money say that fight won't do 500K.
Which one?
I don't even believe Keith versus neither one of them. At this point, you know what? I put any amount of money that Keith versus Earl don't do 500, and I put any amount of money that Earl versus Bud don't do 500. The fight is over marinated, man.
Wow.
And I'm willing to put money on that. So you know how I roll. Anybody know me know how I roll. It's not. It's just over marinated.
So
and the best fight we want to do.
You say
no, it's not.
Fight,
I stand on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Neither fight do over 500K.
Wow.
And I'm telling you that Bud versus Earl do more than Keith versus Earl. It just is what it's going to be.
As much as I'd love to take you up on that bet, it's like, bro, I made a bet on Caleb Plant, David Benavidez 4 fucking years ago. You understand? So it's like,
right.
Like I legit made a bet for that fight 4 fucking years ago with Ramblin' Ralph. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, so it's like, bro, you know how many fights like Caleb done lost since then. You know, like, bro, so much shit done happened. So it's like as much as I'd like to take you up on that bet, because I do believe that Spence Crawford for sure, and I think that that Spence Thurman, you know, has a chance
to do 500K. Absolutely fucking not, Mo. Absolutely not. No way. And like I said,
the reason I say it has a chance is because, you know.
No.
All right, so I guess fuck my opinion.
I think you know what fight I think that'll do. I think Virgil versus somebody.
Fuck that fight. Fuck your fight. Fuck that fight. Fuck that fight. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Just like you don't care about why I think it does 500. I don't give a fuck why fuck your fight. Fuck your fight. Fuck whoever you talking about. I don't even know who you talking about. Fuck whoever you talking about. You feel me? Happy New Year, motherfucker.
Damn.
Daddy. Hey, Daddy.
Over-marinated.
Hey,
over-marinated.
That shit is over-marinated.
Mayweather Pacquiao over-marinated.
That
4.8 million.
No, that's
that,
a different animal.
That was 7 years?
No,
it was a different animal, too. I'm going to agree with you on that.
No, that was a different animal.
Those dudes were selling paper.
And that's what everybody keeps thinking Bud versus Earl is that. It ain't that.
Was that animal over-marinated? Yes or no?
No, it's 2 different animals.
But was it over-marinated?
In a way, it was. In a way,
it's in Japan, brother.
But we always knew that fight would do. No, listen, though, Danny. Mo, we already knew that fight was doing over $1 million, though, regardless of when the fight was going to be made. We knew that fight was going to do over $1 million.
No question.
I agree.
But was it over?
It was over-marinated.
All right, that's all I got.
But we ain't know it was going to do 4.8.
We knew it was going to do over $1 million.
But we didn't know.
That's
we
not
didn't
what
know.
I asked you. I just want to know, was it over-marinated or not?
It was over-marinated, but
yes,
we didn't know.
It was over-marinated.
But we didn't know it was going to do 4.8. even though both
No, we
men.
didn't know it was gonna do 4.5.
Yeah.
But the consensus was it was gonna sell over 1 million. But it's not a consensus. It's not a consensus that Earl versus Bud is gonna sell over 500K. It's just not, Mo.
No,
I'm telling you, it's just not. Yeah, go ahead, Rob.
No. I was agreeing with you.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I'm like, man, they could have did a trilogy, and everybody want to talk business. And I don't know, man. Look, we know the business part, but when motherfucking boxing fans talk about business, that doesn't help you as a boxing fan. If they don't fight, they don't fight. And what have I been saying? That's Danny. Fuck the division. They're not going to give you the fight you want. Unless these youngins put their unless motherfuckers want to really act like real boxing fans and tell these old motherfuckers to fight these youngins. That's what we want to see. If y'all took all these years to fight each other, fuck y'all. Now go fight these youngins. Let's see what y'all about now. Fuck them. That's all I got to say about that shit, Mo.
All right, Slim. Thanks for calling in. We going to New Orleans. NO, what up?
Yo. NO. Yo. Looks like NO. Oh, there you go.
Ooh, what's good? What's good? Happy New Year, man. Happy New Year, bro.
Happy New Year, champ. What it do?
Ain't nothing, bro. How my audio sound, bro?
Straight.
All right. So, like, all right, let's break this down, bro. And he gotta go in his bag one more time. I know it's been a minute, and I see the topic of the show that reflects I ain't been around in a minute. It is Keith Thurman a tune-up? I see yes, but he's a A plus tune-up. Keith Thurman is the best fight without fighting a real championship contender before Bud. I tell you this because Keith Thurman can move. Keith Thurman got power. He kind of lagging on a defensive skill because he uses his legs as his defense. But as far as all the other characteristics, IQ, like former championship pedigree and all that, that's all you want in a tune-up. You know what I'm saying? Like Keith Thurman, Keith Thurman don't have that pit bull dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that kill. He got that Doberman pincher. He's still a dog. He's just not a pit bull. You know what I'm saying? So you can hurt him a couple times. You got to kill him because he knows how to survive. That's another good reason why he's an A plus tune-up. Let's bring it back. Now, Keith Thurman went in there against Mario Barrios, a wounded gazelle, limping all across it's nighttime. It's a wounded gazelle. You can't take this man out. And then you lay up there and let the gazelle kick you and hurt you. And almost get took out if the gazelle had any dog in him. You know what I'm saying? So Keith Thurman for Spence is a brilliant move if Spence wanted a tune-up. That's not called the tune-up. If everybody following me. You want to fight before you get back in there with Bud. I understand that. I don't have a problem with it. Bud had his fight to keep the blood flowing, to keep the motor running through the cup. All right, we're gonna get you one, Spence. And you know what? We're gonna give you a high value one. Do I want to see this fight? Hell no. But I understand. We all know what's gonna happen. If it ain't a knockout, it's gonna be a beating. It's gonna be a dude spitting out his mouthpiece and putting it back in, and we like, oh my God, did you see that shit? This man spit his mouthpiece out and put it back in. And then he finished. Like that's the most amazing thing we said about Keith Thurman in the past 5 years. That's a goddamn shame, Ness, bro. And all the Keith Thurman fans need to be ashamed of themselves, bro. Because you can't say, all right, the best fighting the best. The best fighting the best is Earl and Bud. Keith already lost to an old man, an old guy, man. So let's not say the best fighting the best. Let's just say decent competition. Because To be honest with you, Keith Thurman is Eddie Kane Jr. when he tried to get back with the group. The trench coat with the silver suit on. That's who Keith Thurman is right now. He just want attention. He just want to be back in the limelight, but he don't want to put in the work. If he wanted to put in the work, he'd have fought Jerron Ennis. And then you can show us why you deserve the shot at undisputed 3 titles. As of right now, what has Keith Thurman done to deserve a shot at 3 goddamn titles, man? Let's keep it real.
He the last true welterweight of the division.
How he the last true welterweight, man?
He the only undefeated champ not to lose his belts in the ring, man. What you
mean he undefeated? This man lost to Pacquiao. How this man undefeated?
Yeah, but that was one belt. That was one belt.
If he'd had, all right, let's say he still had all the belts then, that's since we gonna do this shit like this. Let's say he had all the belts. Do he still lose all the belts to Pacquiao on that night? All right then. You know what I'm saying? So we can't say he only lost one belt and all this. He'd have lost all the goddamn belts if he had them.
He got stripped.
He dropped them for a reason.
He got stripped. He beat everybody. Why he got Earl
stripped,
beat before Earl.
Why he got stripped though? Ness?
He was
came
injured.
back, have hurt to fight
He was
Pacquiao.
injured. Everybody get injured. Everybody get injured, bro.
Man, but he still said before the Pacquiao fight even came about, he said he wasn't 100%. But when the Pacquiao fight was in, he took it, right?
I mean, shit. Who wouldn't have
I
took
rest
it,
my
though?
case.
Who wouldn't have took it though?
Anybody would have took it, Danny. But my whole point I'm making is if you can fight Pacquiao have hurt, you can fight either one of these other guys have hurt, right?
I mean, I feel like.
But no, you dropped the belt. No, you dropped your title.
Brother, but it's a business. What don't y'all understand? You think that he did it? You think he did it because that he woke up that morning and he's like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna drop the belt? Or do you think that Mauricio fucking called him and said, hey Keith, we about to make Danny Garcia versus Sean Porter on free fucking TV. We need a belt on the line. We'll make you champion emeritus. Come on, yo.
He a grown man, right, Danny? Ain't he a grown man? Ain't you a grown man?
Yo.
We all gotta make big boy decisions, right? He chose to give up his title. Yeah. So I can't. How you gonna defend that shit? He gave up his title, dog. For how much he got paid for that, Danny? How much he got paid to let that belt go?
Shit.
That makes small business sense to you?
I'm sure they took care of him. I mean, they kept him champion emeritus, so I'm sure.
Man, no, he didn't step aside. It ain't like he a contender and he's stepping aside, Danny. He was the champion, just dropped his belt. He didn't get paid for that shit. He didn't get paid for that.
Oh, okay.
He dropped the belt because he didn't want to take a loss. And by him not wanting to take a loss, he cost himself what? $5 million? He rather lose $5 million than to go ahead and fight a tough fight. That's some fuckery right there, bro. We got to keep it all the way 1,000, man. Now I know y'all. I know they got a lot of Keith Thurman fans out there. They love the old one time, bro. But like them days long gone. But they got new stars in the building. This man here, bro, he been off the scene.
I agree with you, and I don't fall under that. I don't fall under that. You know, I just know the business, bro, and I know that. They called him and they asked him to let that belt go. Like, I know that for a fact.
Thurman?
The Thurman and the WBC. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just letting
I got to get to this counter punch. NO, I got Lil Tommy on the counter. What up? Shit. Hold up, Tommy.
Hello. Tomas.
Lil Tommy, what up?
What up? You got me?
Yeah.
All right, man. All right, so here go the last 2 calls, especially for the last one. That boy really smoking something this morning. So, somebody's point was Crawford versus Earl will sell just about as much or as Earl and Thurman. Now, the reason why that's true, people got to understand this. Hey, let me ask you, do you want Crawford Spence over Thurman Spence, the answer would be yes. Okay, cool. But if I gave you Thurman Spence, would you still watch it? The answer would be yes. That's fucking why it would do the same amount. Not because people want it and don't want it. It's because you still gonna fucking watch it when they give it to you. That's for one. For two, what the hell was Eno talking about when he said, what the fuck he was saying? Trying to act like he dropped the belt because he didn't want to lose or some shit. Not because he had elbow surgery. Not because he had elbow surgery and he was out for 22 fucking months after he beat Danny Garcia, but because he was gonna get beat by fucking who? Okay, so he would have lost the best case scenario for an Errol Spence fan. Keith Thurman beats Danny, wasn't injured. Earl beats Brooke. They unify 6 months to 12 months later. All right, cool. Errol Spence wins. All right, bet. You think it's over from there? Like after that, he's still gonna fight Sean and Danny, and then he probably would have moved up. Probably wouldn't even thought about Crawford. All right, cool. Even if he would have, if it would have happened, like y'all giving all this praise to somebody that beat the same motherfuckers that this dude beat. It's just if y'all just like him more, and that's cool, that's all right. But on the business side of things, yes, it was Manny Pacquiao. He did 500,000. When you sell that many, it don't matter the opponent. You sold that shit. Why you think they wasn't so quick to give fucking Adrian Broner another damn pay-per-view, but they was to keep in Barrios? It's for a reason. It's for a fucking reason. Everybody knows that Terrence Crawford is a top one.
What's those numbers? Since it's for a reason, what was those numbers? Because we never got them.
No, this is the numbers were 500,000 with Pacquiao. That's the reason.
No, what's the reason with Barrios though?
The reason with Barrios because Pacquiao did 500,000. Just ask yourself. I understand what you're talking.
With Barrios.
With Barrios. Hey, you gotta hit up Fox and Al Heyman for those numbers. But that's the reason you got back on pay-per-view. Why do you think Adrian Broner has not been back on pay-per-view since Pacquiao?
Because he bad-mouthing Al.
It's more than that, nigga. Because if they can see the money in the future, they wouldn't care about that. So when they look at Thurman versus Spence, when it comes to the money, it's very, very lucrative. It's around the same, if not the same.
Was it as lucrative as Mario Barrios and Thurman?
What was?
You said
you gotta call Fox and Al Heyman. You gotta call Fox and Al Heyman for that.
You said Thurman versus Earl. I'm asking, is it gonna be as lucrative as Barrios?
No, it's gonna be more. It's Errol Spence, not Barrios.
Wow.
It's Errol Spence, not Barrios. So you're gonna do more numbers. But we put you on pay-per-view because you were Keith Thurman. That's why they put them on pay-per-view. So with that being said, if they was doing pay-per-views back in 2015, 2016, Thurman Porter and Thurman Garcia would have been pay-per-view. They just wasn't doing it then. And the reason why the numbers are they are with Thurman, y'all can Google the numbers as much as y'all trust Google it. What Deontay say? Everybody trust Google it. If you pay attention to the free TV, Thurman fights have more viewership than Spence fights, more viewerships than Crawford fights. Don't take my word for it. It's on Google. Y'all trust Google. So with y'all trusting Google, go Google that shit. That's why Thurman versus Spence is going to be made, because the money is there to be made. That's why. No, you don't want to see the fight as bad as you want to see Spence versus Crawford, but you're still going to watch it.
You're wrong, though.
All right,
you
Tommy,
wrong, though.
thank you
Hold
for
on,
calling
you wrong,
in.
though. I just want you to know that you're wrong. Because, I didn't even have to Google. I know for a fact that Errol Spence Leonard Bundle broke fucking records, my friend.
Yeah, but that's different. You know,
And
that's
he just
after.
said that on free TV nobody did more numbers than Thurman.
Yeah, I mean, but you got to preference that with that shit was after the Olympics, man.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, it does. It's just like Tio fighting after the Heisman.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, obviously it does. It's called programming,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah, I know. I'm just saying he got it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you right.
With it or without it, he did more free views. You know what I'm saying?
If you haven't already smashed that thumbs up, go ahead and smash it. You're acting mad greedy. I don't get it. It's free to hit the thumbs up. We would like the help with the algorithm so it could push this show into the eyes of other boxing fans. We're going out to Colorado. Stone Bone.
And just want to throw out there that was after a totally different sport. You know?
So on Boxing Scene, they saying that Thurman only sold 39,000 pay-per-view buys on Boxing Scene.
Oh, wow. I mean, because all due respect what they did there, they put two pay-per-view B-sides up against each other. You know what I'm saying? Thurman went on pay-per-view not because of Thurman, but because of Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? And Barrios went on pay-per-view.
Stone Bone, you got to accept.
Barrios went on pay-per-view because of the Tank. You know what I'm saying?
Unless you're busy. And we'll go on to Stunner. Number one, Stunner. What?
Yo.
You. We hear you.
So, I mean, like I said, I expected the Spence.
Oh, that's not Boxing Scene. Sorry, man. My mistake on the pre-pro. They fucked up. Disregard that last statement. Thurman did not sell 39,000. That's a Boxing Scene forum, not a Boxing Scene article. So, you know, that's the haters. The forum is the haters. My bad. Go for it.
I was about to say, when you said 39K, I was like, hey, yo. But, yeah, as far as, like, the Spence-Thurman fight, like I expected it to happen. I think it's going to be more competitive than people think due to, like, you know, Spence coming off, you know, lay off an injury, and then Thurman's basically, based on the videos I've seen, he looked like he's just been grinding, training the last couple months. So, you know what I mean? That's going to happen. They can do what they do. Pay-per-view buys, I don't think it's going to do 500. I'm going to lean towards between 375 and 425. And then since you know, they're going to fight and Crawford's going to be open, I think that all attention should be redirected towards pressuring Jerron Ennis to fight Terrence Crawford, because I mean he's been acting like he's been calling him out and wants to smoke the last couple of weeks. So he's about to be free after he fights Karen on Saturday. So we don't need to hear no more about that Spence Crawford talk. Make Ennis back up his words and go be okay prime and get knocked out. That's my call.
All right. Yo, the people that keep saying make Ennis, like, how does Ennis jump the line? I don't know. I mean, do I mind a Crawford Ennis fight? No, but, like, how does he get there when he's positioned himself to get a shot at Earl? Big Fish Vega, what up? Big Fish Vega, what up?
Big Fish.
All right. Matthew, what up? I hear you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, shout out to Boxing Voice. On this subject, I think, Keith Thurman's more likely because it probably would be a bigger financial fight. But I would want to see Boots get the fight. But Boots comes with that extra danger, so obviously I don't expect him to take the Boots fight. I think the problem with Boots is that they needed to invest more money in him and overpay some opponents to get him some good wins to build him a name, which they've not done for him, which is a shame, really, because he's a great talent. And at the age he's at, he should have had more money invested into him. But yeah, I think it's going to be Keith Thurman because less risk, more money is a name for the casuals. But did you check out that Moses Atalma?
Yes, we're going to try and get him on.
Yeah, try and get him on. He's going to be a phenomenal talent, him. Phenomenal. But yeah, that's it. It's going to be Keith, isn't it? If he fights him. If he fights in April.
I think so.
Let's see. Well, Matt, man, thanks for calling in. We going out to Anthony. What up? Twitter Spaces and unmute.
We here.
Yo.
What's up? Happy New Year, Danny and Ness. Happy New Year, 2023, baby.
What
up?
Y'all made it.
Champ. Yes, sir.
Y'all made it once again. Y'all on that Jordan number this year, so I'm expecting some fire from the boxing voice. You understand me? We want championship rings.
Let's go.
But yo, I just want to sing this song for my one caller who called my man Eddie Kane. He said, a house is a place for love, and I've learned that it don't take much to build a house. Hey, listen. Listen, Thurman House has been destroyed, my boy. The boy is a part-time fighter now, man. He's had more injuries than a football player, you know what I'm saying? And I really don't see him doing much against Spence. I think it'll do regular numbers on pay-per-view. I would have rather had seen Thurman fight Broner to really go ahead and solidify which one of them Negroes still got it left altogether. Because I really believe that if both of those fighters are put in together, we would see a really great fight because they're both really fighting to keep their careers intact. Thurman's going to give Spence, he going to give him a little work, man, but it won't last long. And I think Spence going to go ahead and wash him out. Thurman just ain't, he just ain't been active enough, bro. And them injuries, man, they might creep up in him in training camp, in his fight. Who knows, my man? Like, I really just don't believe in Thurman anymore. He did have a time where he could have really solidified the welterweight division, man. But them injuries and marriage and car accidents, and I swear, boy, he got a list on him, man. So, we'll see what happens, man. But I do got Spence in that fight. Where do y'all think that fight would be, though?
Shit, Dallas.
You know it.
Where?
You have one.
Well, yeah.
How far is Dallas from Florida?
Don't
Is
matter.
it 10, 12 hours?
Don't
What?
matter. You have one pay-per-view attraction and one champion and one ticket seller when
With
you talk,
3 belts.
when you talk that fight. So,
But Thurman does have a fan base.
He does. And
brother,
if it's in Texas,
he does, but he hasn't fought at home in 10 years. The last time he got a stoppage 10 years ago was his last time he fought at home. Errol is getting Jerry Jones to open up. You know what I'm saying? Cowboys Stadium. They doing phenomenal numbers. Yeah. I've been to I think 4 fights there, and 3 of them have been Errol's. One was Canelo. So you know what I'm saying? Like, he doing his thing, bro, and they come out for him. Even against Ugas, 40,000. Let me tell you, you still felt that energy. You still felt the fans there. So you know what I'm saying? That's a Dallas fight for sure.
Big Fish Vega, what up?
Hello, can you hear me?
We hear you.
Good morning, man. Take boxing out. Welcome to The Voice. But anyways, that was a stupid joke. My bad. In regards to the topic, man, I mean, honestly, bro, I don't fucking care. Like, none of these options really do anything. I mean, really, bro, it's Crawford or nothing. I mean, obviously, it's going to be Thurman. Everything's positioned, both with PBC. WBC going ahead and letting everybody know Thurman's the next opponent. Man, I mean, honestly, personally, I think it should be Ennis. He's the hot new one on the block. He gets my juices flowing more than Thurman. Thurman's been injured. We've had this saga. This is not a Mayweather-Pacquiao situation where we've had years and years of the build-up. Both these dudes have been injured. One of them's actually been fighting real competition. The other one comes back, fights Josecito. Yes, he gets the Pacquiao fight, takes years off again. Listen, there's excuses for both of them, but the difference is Errol comes back, fights near the top competition. Thurman comes back, and he doesn't do that. He's gotten one good fight in the last 5-6 years? Like, it just doesn't do nothing for me. And him fighting Thurman, maybe in 10, 15 years, it looks good on the resume. But in actuality, in reality, right now, Thurman's just not showing he's that ultra competitive fighter. Now, once the fight happens, it is what it is. And who knows, maybe we do get a beautiful fight. But I mean, just right now, you asking, that shit means nothing to me. It could be him, it could be Ennis. It's not going to do these great pay-per-view numbers right now, I don't think. Really, it's going to be Errol bringing in the money, bringing in the buys, bringing in the eyes. No one is doing anything to go ahead and make themselves leap and bounds over each other. We talking about what Thurman did years ago. What is he doing now? One fucking fight in 3 years, right? Boots, he's fighting dudes we can't pronounce. And you can say, oh, it's because it doesn't fucking matter. The proof is in the pudding. Nobody's doing anything, man. Just please, boxing. I don't know what the solution is, but figure it out. Whatever we got to do to get the fights. If there's more that we can do, which I'm sure there is, we could buy more pay-per-views. We can get more of our friends to tune in.
Shit.
But bro, I'm just saying, all right, we could take accountability first. But boxing, I got to get his business in order because they keep saying it's the business of boxing getting in the way. Well, fucking figure it out because there's a whole bunch of other companies you can look at that are figuring things out. We got airlines, buying other airlines.
Yeah, but you talking about companies. Boxing is not a company, and some people feel like it should be because when you have a company, you have structure, you have order, you have a say. You get what I'm saying? UFC has a lot of success because they are a company and they're able to make those fights for the fans that the people want to see, and they're able to do mega cards at MSG every fucking November with 3 title fights on the fucking card. But they're able to do that because that's a company. You know what I'm saying? Boxing is not a company. So
every man for themselves.
It's every man for themselves. So it's like everybody has a company and everybody trying to do what's best and what could possibly be most profitable for the company. So, that's why we don't see these fights. So I actually disagree. I think that Errol Spence and Keith Thurman is a step in the right direction. Obviously, I'd rather see the Crawford fight over anything, but I'm not mad at a Keith Thurman fight at all.
Well, I mean, like I said, I did mention companies. I know it's not one company. Like I said, I don't know if it's going to take acquisition. I don't know if it's just whatever. Like I said, if there's something we have to do to make sure that everyone's making the business make sense, I really don't have the answers. Like I said, that was just an example. You're right. UFC is just one company. But something has to happen because
I agree,
these
champ.
5 guys not fighting doesn't make sense. Look at Ryan Garcia. He's not fighting the best competition, but he is basically on the verge of being a superstar without having a belt, without fighting another big name. He's the ticket, right? He's doing 1 million plus gates. He's putting 10,000 people, in asses in seats. So I don't know what it is, man, but Spence and Crawford needs to happen. I don't know over marinating is ever gonna cause it to. Maybe that's the issue. I don't know, man. Just please, let's get the fucking fight. I will buy the pay-per-view 3 times over. We want to see the best of the best. They're the two of the best fighters in the world actively. They're not gonna remain like that. Day by day, they're getting worse and worse. Whether it's still better than everybody else, like a Manny Pacquiao has proven, I don't know. But please, let's figure it out. Awesome, man. Karaoke Friday in the back call, man. I'm out.
All right, champ. Appreciate
Majid,
the call.
what up? Majid, what up?
Yo. Y'all can hear?
Yeah.
What up? Everybody need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join YouTube members and Patreon for something. Shit, shout out to Alex. I like his call and I agree with most points. Shit, with this Keith Thurman, my only problem is I just feel like, I don't know, man. I thought that nigga was retired or close to it. You know what I'm saying? They say no tune-ups. This nigga been so inactive. Even if it's Keith Thurman, he got good accolades, but that shit is a tune-up. Only thing, the surprise about this fight, because I feel like people won't even think that it's 50-50, the surprise would be if that shit stay close due to this nigga inactivity getting fucked up by, even though he beat Josecito Lopez, that nigga had that referee eyes popping out his head and shit. Then fucking, You know, he did the little vet trick with Barrios and everything with the mouthpiece, you know, and all that. But this nigga just looking like food, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, vacating that WBC belt to stay in the good graces of fucking Suleiman and everything, I'm just like, this shit, it just
Yo,
seems so fucking orchestrated.
you do understand that had he not done that, they could have easily stripped him.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
So
Or, you know, he could have kept the motherfucking belt and Pacquiao would have took the shit and, you
bro.
know, either or, but it was bullshit.
Nah, it's not either or. You're very incorrect, but
Nah, I'm cool with my incorrectness because it's just my opinion, you know, this the voice of the people, so I'm one of the people
yeah,
talking.
but
I feel like
your
I feel
opinion
like
of
this fight
Pacquiao
is
beating him,
bullshit.
your opinion of Pacquiao beating him is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, had he not did that for the WBC could have easily stripped his ass because he was injured, right? He was injured. He wasn't
Yeah,
fighting at the
yeah.
time. He wasn't fighting at the time. So you talking about staying in the BC good graces? Well, yeah, it's either that or don't fight and be fucked either way. But
Yeah. So he just get another cash grab for barely doing shit is what I'm saying. I'm not even disagreeing with you, whether we saying it the same way, wrong way, whatever. It's still the same thing. We got a nigga on the docket that we don't want to really see, but we just got to take what the fuck we getting. You know, so I'm just going back to my point of this 147 shit. It's semi entertaining, but it's just a lot of bullshit because it what the fuck? Like this shit is so dissatisfying and whether y'all agree with me or not, the callers a motherfucking call and talk about their displeasure. We
right.
thought this nigga was damn near retired and now he in a you know in the title shot and I like the nigga too and everything, but it's just like I want a strong Keith Thurman if you gonna fight niggas that's breaking heads and shit. Like nigga, you about to die, bruh. You know what I'm saying? But either way, no shots at you, Danny, and
No,
nothing.
no, for
You know
sure.
what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, I feel like I like Thurman. I feel like this nigga about to, oh man, like it's about to be ugly in there. You know what I'm saying? They gonna turn the light skinned dude purple. He about to be my color by the time he done. But shit, man, that's all I got. And shout out to y'all for doing this show. Everybody talking about days off and y'all niggas still grinding and shit. Everybody get the likes up and show some fucking love. Stop being selfish. That's all I got, man.
Champ, appreciate the call.
Stone Bone, are you available?
What up? What up?
What up?
Yeah, my bad. Earlier, I thought I had put my hand down. I got a call from my son's school. I have to take. Yeah, man. I'm cool with the key fight, man. If that's what they saying it is, but I'm still surprised. I've never heard a guy going from making 25, 20 million, or at least 15, no more, no less than 10, to fight one guy, and now he finna go fight for, you know what I mean, a decent amount of money. It ain't gonna be the fight, the prestige you want, none of that. And his fans are like, yeah, that's good, man. Like, yeah, like that's great, man. It's great you don't fight Terrence Crawford. Crawford better like bend over with no Vaseline if you want to fight Earl. Like Earl just can keep but who Terrence Crawford gonna fight? Bud just fought like 2 weeks ago. We still talking. I'm willing to bet if Earl ain't gonna fight Bud liable to fight before Earl last even step in the ring. We talking about April. This shit probably Tank supposed to fight in April. Tank and Ryan, right? So which one you think got appeal to the masses? Is it Keith Thurman coming off a Barrio loss or Earl on a year layoff, or is it the hot Tank and Ryan? You know?
Tank and
Tank
Ryan.
right. Tank walking out looking like the Kevin Samuels of men out here. Like men been saying all this time. For real, men, a lot of men been saying, man, look, it's stuff that be going on every time. It ain't my fault. You saw me on camera. You saw what I'm willing to do. And I paid my price for that. But what's happening behind these closed doors is dangerous to me and too. And Tank is kind of the poster boy for being exonerated right now. So
No, for sure.
you really think, what would you want to see, Tank and Ryan in April? Or are you going to be like, Earl big, the big fish need to come drown out. Come on, man. Like, Earl ain't fighting until like May. Let's stop the cap. Wherever Tank want to fight, he going to fight
I'm gonna be
before
honest
Earl and
with you.
Keith go.
I actually think the opposite. I think Earl does fight in April. I think it's gonna be Tank Ryan that gets pushed, and not because I'm saying like Earl bigger than that. I'm just saying like the way the world works, I think that we not gonna see Tank turn around in 3 months. I think we probably gonna see him turn around in 4.5. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that being said, but
It sound good. It sound whichever way it happened. It's still. As a fan, I ain't gonna be like, yeah. If I'm an Earl fan, why am I happy he taking the smaller fight for lesser money and less prestige? These dudes still talking about get out and lay down. They just saw Bud knock out a dude for multiple millions of dollars. I don't care how much it was, how much conspiracy theories is going in it. They've just made his profile bigger. And when Earl was asked about fighting Bud, he was talking about, I ain't coming back till like May or June now. But all of a sudden now you can fight in April. You can fight in April now. We good. Like when you was in public talking about fighting Bud, you can't fight until May or June. Yeah, man.
he
So
said no.
I don't
Leave
believe
April out because he absolutely said April, May, or June.
Well, yeah. Okay. Let's go with April then. And one guy is willing to negotiate a fight, and I think it's very apparent that one guy don't want to fight.
You do know he was gonna fight this month before the car accident, right?
Man, that's cap, bro. Stop it. So you telling me they was gonna announce a fight and he was gonna fight 40 days later? Are you serious?
What do you mean 40 days later, bro?
Huh?
What do you mean 40 days later?
You say he was gonna fight in January. Yeah. That was December 10th when he got in the wreck. So they was gonna announce a fight and he was gonna fight within 40 days.
It was gonna be end of the month, so 50.
Stop the cap. He's supposed to fight in December 19th. He's supposed to fight in November without Bud or not. He was not fighting. There was only one fight was announced for January. That was Charlo. Charlo was the 28th. Tank was the 7th. So they was gonna squeeze Earl in between that. Man, stop it.
Charlo fighting on free TV. What do it matter?
So you gonna squeeze Earl? You gonna go Tank the 7th, Earl the 14th, and Charlo the 20th? Man, stop it.
Why not?
He got a
Stop
point.
it.
Nah, let it go, Danny.
All right, man.
I can name
all right, man. Look,
bro,
all right, look, Danny.
So
look,
last year
listen. Just say as an Earl Spence fan. Just say it. Look, just say I'm an Earl Spence fan. I don't want him to fight Bud.
Last year they didn't have a single month. Last year they didn't have a single month with 3 PBC cards.
Yeah, but one a pay-per-view.
Yeah, Earl fought. You had Erickson Lubin go against Fundora. The week later, you had Earl on pay-per-view. And then the week before that, you had Terrell Gausha versus who the Spaniards do? Who the dude? Martinez.
Sergio Garcia.
Showtime Championship Boxing. Back to back.
Show me a January where you say, all right, I'm gonna hit you with a first week pay-per-view.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna hit you with a second week pay-per-view. Then I'm gonna hit you with a free Showtime.
Bruh, but Stonebone, now you pushing the goalpost. You asking for January. He showed you another month, so it don't matter. He showed you a month where it's possible.
I'm just saying, but no, just show me that you can announce a fight in 40 days and do a big pay-per-view like that. We said no way Bud them can pull this shit off. Look at the amount of time. So Earl finna announce a Keith Thurman fight and they're gonna be in the ring within 45 days. Like,
I mean, it don't.
He was saying he wasn't saying he was gonna fight. He was saying he was
gonna. It wasn't possible until he made
listen,
you see that it's possible.
Last thing, Earl said I was gonna be announcing my fight. He didn't say I was gonna. Right? He didn't say when. He said I was gonna be announcing. He didn't say I was gonna be announcing the fight for January. He said I was gonna be announcing the fight, and that was December. What was that?
When Frank Martin. It was the Martin fight. 17.
Right. He said I was going to be announcing a fight, and that was already December, so he's going to announce a January fight.
Yeah, but you got to remember, you keep saying no. My man, they did a fucking January pay-per-view last year with Charles Martin and Luis Ortiz. They actually had 2 pay-per-views in January. Stop saying no. We have already showed you that they've done it.
No, I'm not saying you think that Earl was going to announce a fight for January? I'm not saying that Earl wasn't going to announce a fight. I don't believe he was going to. Look at him. He was not about to fight the next month.
Okay, even if he got
fighting
pushed
over January, but we're showing you that they've done it all in 1 month. So why is the big deal?
He's saying that he can't see it. What he's saying is that it ain't that he couldn't have seen Earl fighting in January. Is that was he gonna announce it to be fighting the next month?
Why not?
I don't see that. I see more of a I'm fighting February, March, something like that. He was saying his fight he's pushing the announcement because of the car wreck. The car wreck was December 10th. So he no way he's gonna say, "Hey, I'm fighting January 14th."
But Stonebone, take the car wreck out. Why the fuck can't you fight 30 days later? You acting like they don't know they in the gym. Thurman
I
been in
ain't
the
never
gym.
seen that.
How long
I
Thurman
ain't
been
never
in the gym?
seen a pay-per-view announced for 30 days later.
How long Thurman been in the gym?
I ain't talking about Thurman. I'm talking about
I'm
Earl.
asking you, how long Thurman been in the gym? All right. He don't want to answer. The point is, everybody know Thurman been in the gym since October. He been posting. What, like, why? If Thurman's in the gym, so is Earl. Don't forget that we did shows of Derek James posting, vacation's over, time to get another belt. So they was in the gym. Don't forget that Earl himself said, I was in the gym sparring so-and-so, and you went and did another fight. So everybody was training. Let's stop acting like they can't do a fight in January, especially when we had a fucking Charles Martin Lewis Ortiz pay-per-view in January. What was the other pay-per-view in January? They had two. The date of it was New Year's Eve, and then another one. So like, stop acting like they can't do it. They did it. But anyway, that's the last call on SGTO, Instagram and Twitter. Catch me on the next one, which will be
and the Boxing Voice. Make sure to follow us on all forms of social media and wherever podcasts can be found. And make sure to tune in
at 8:30, 9 o'clock. We'll be live on YouTube members for our YouTube members only show. We do got a $5 super chat from Brandon in Cincinnati that says, C-Dub kidnapped Dom from Seattle, got him tied up in the basement and stole the man's whole identity. 3 laughing out loud emojis. He the new Mr. PBC. Shaking my head. There you go. Catch us on the next one. Remember, not only do we got YouTube members at 8:30 a.m., but we also got 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, another show where we're going to be talking Errol Spence considering Rolando Romero a tune-up for Frank Martin. I like that fight. Peace.
Adios.